Hey everybody, what's going on out there? This is ZDOG, and today we're going to make chili my way. Alright, here's what we need. Now you're going to probably be wondering why I got double of everything. It's because each one of these things gives a different flavor. Believe it or not. We're going to use garlic powder, Italian seasoning for the meats, spiced world minced garlic, onion powder. Now, I know most of you is wondering why I got two different garlics. And like I said, we're going to season the meat with one of them. And then the other we're going to do something else with. Show you later. All right. We also have Brooks chili mild beans. Now, 4 cans. I'm feeding 4 people, so I want 4 cans. We got to have enough beans for everybody. And then 2 of these red gold tomato juice. 2 of these very beautiful looking yellow onions. And then, of course, your particular choice of hamburger. Some people like the 70-30. Right now, America's going with that 73-27. I like 80-20. I think it's got a pretty good selection of both sides. Now, we're also going to use a deep pot to cook in. And so, let us get started. And we'll be right back. So what we're going to do, we're going to slice this up and dice this up. And we're going to do it because we're going to cook this down with the meat. This will give the meat a very nice flavor. That one got away. Do it all kinds of ways, but there we go. And we got that little, throw that away. As you can see, we have the onions diced up here. They'll be real fine. We'll just pop them apart as we put it inside the meat. Now, I'm going to use a full 3 pounds. 3 pounds. Sorry. Yeah. That's a lot of meat. But I'm telling you what, when we get down to the bottom of it, every single bit of that meat's going to be eaten. Now that we got the hamburger inside, we're going to dump the onions off in there as well. Bam. Chop that up real good. Get some of that. The onions was actually very, very hot. So I'm burning my eyes even with these glasses on. So next thing, we're going to take Italian seasoning. This is going to be a little bit odd for some people. Now, we're going to use the side that you can pour on. And we're going to pour it in there. Like that. I'm going to get a little bit more in there. We don't need a whole lot because you don't want to overpower it. Now, some people may think that this is really stupid, but in reality, it makes perfect sense. We're going to use the minced garlic now. This is where a lot of that flavor gets in to that hamburger. And we're going to give it 2 heapings. Bam. One like that. And I'll show you what that looks like. Yep. Bam. That's all you need. You don't need any more than that. You don't want to overpower it. Show you what that looks like. That's what that looks like. So we got all that in there. That's all going to cook up. And this chili is going to be the bomb. You're going to love it. Trust me, you're going to want this. All right, so here we go. Now, the meat is, well, the meat is cooked down with everything in it. The onions, the minced garlic, the all seasoning, the Italian seasoning. So the next thing we're going to do We got these things of tomato juice. I did not dump the grease out. You are right. I personally believe that all that hamburger grease is going to literally help everything out. Now, there's a lot of hamburger in there. The next thing that we want to do is add the beans. All right, so we're using 3 cans of beans of Brooks chili mild beans with red beans in chili sauce. So now that's not going to come out too easily, so we're literally going to have to encourage it just a little bit. This will add a little bit of spice, just a little bit. There's 3 cans of that. So what I like to do is I'll squeeze the can and give it that encouragement because, well, shoot, guys. And I'm only using 3 cans at the moment because I didn't know exactly how much it would add to my pot of chili. And once I get that stirred up in there, it looks like I could literally add 1 more thing of beans. So we'll add 1 more thing of beans and I'll be right back. All right, so we are about to add one of the most important ingredients. That's right. Chili powder. Also, we're going to add onion powder and garlic powder. Now, we're not going to do this any old-fashioned way where we measure it. Shoot, no. But we could. But we're not going to. Let me show you. All right, so we're going to start with the garlic powder. And we're going to put that in there. It's going to look a little bit on the weird side, but we used 1/4 of what was in this thing. Now, onion powder. Onion powder gives a good flavor. And it would have gave a good flavor. Let me see. Might have to break that up a little bit. There we go. A lot of you might be thinking that I'm out of my mind for doing this, but believe it or not, this stuff will taste really good. Now, this is where it counts the most, the chili powder. This is what really makes this thing taste like chili. Now, I had a 1/2 thing of this. And we may end up having to add some more of this to it. Give you an idea of how much I actually put in. So I put in just 1/4 of what was in that 1/2 thing. So we're going to mix all that up. And I can smell that chili already, man. We're going to mix that up real good down in there. And that chili's looking so good down there. And this stuff has got to boil for just a little bit. Oh my goodness. We'll have to taste it here in a little bit. We'll let it cook down just a little bit. And that should be it. Uh-huh. Definitely taste. It needs more chili powder. I tasted that. Not much. We don't want to overpower it. That garlic that I put in there is pretty strong. There's 2 different garlics in there. But you're going to love it. It tastes real good. Alright. Now what we do, we just let that cook down. And then we'll come back later. And we'll serve it up and eat it. Guys, that's how I make my chili. Put that old-fashioned lid on there. Like that. And that's it. It tastes so good. Try that recipe out.